Madruski behind him, about a 1 second gap behind him to Madruski. And Madruski a bit of a way back there to their patron.
So welcome back to Spa. We've still got Chocolate in the lead. Flossie second and Touchies is sitting back in third. These guys have been running the last 6-7 laps in this, or since the last pit stop, where they pitted on lap 10. So we're on 18 now, coming down into the bus stop. It's like they all move around each other and exit for their 19th lap. Back to Suit Lad sitting out by himself. Oh, Suit Lad just dives into the pits. So 4th place going into the pits with Jonesy coming through to take that 4th spot. Yeah, Suit Lad's fuel light is flashing. His tyre's well worn, so...
Bit of heavy burn from what I can see. He's pitted on lap 9, 12 and now 18, so 6 laps in that last stint.
Yeah, Hippo.
Hippo's also in as well, coming off the mediums. So up 18. Hippo previously pitted on lap 9, so a bit of a...
There goes Suit Lad leaving the pits. He's out on softs. He's done his medium run, hasn't he?
Who's that? Sorry? Suit Lad?
Suit Lad, yeah.
So I didn't get his when he pitted at lap 12. So I'm not sure. He's been started on softs and went to softs on lap 9. Not exactly sure of that.
Yeah, anyway, sorry folks, another glitch there with my laptop dying on me, so I hope she holds together for the rest of the race now. And Dragon's joining us. Good to see you, mate. Christian, Fix It Chris is here. Expat Joe, Rudinsky. Good to see you guys. Let us know who your picks are for the win tonight.
I think it's going to have to be something drastically is going to happen for to not see the lead 3 now finishing 1st, 2nd, 3rd in some order. Whether it's the same order they're in now, but yeah, just with that big gap from Untouchables, 12 seconds back to Jonesy. So Jonesy has come up through the field though, so that's good to see. Yeah,
absolutely. He's making hay. He's got clean running now, so that could work in his favour. The fact that he's got clear air ahead and behind him. But yeah, it looks like that 2-stopper from Das Patron might not pay off. He's nearly a minute behind the lead now.
Just at the bit over the halfway mark at 20 laps of the 39, so anything could happen. The fat lady hasn't sung yet.
Oh no, she ain't over yet, and for the order of the top 3.
Oh, Touchies has just gone off.
Yeah, in 3rd there.
Yeah.
And Touchies, he's just had a bit of a moment.
He's got a penalty. He's got a penalty to burn.
Oh, that's a shame. Let's go for a replay with him.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Let's jump on board with him. He's coming through Lake Com and he's just run wide, run deep into the marbles and run onto he's cut the track effectively, and of course that's going to give you a penalty. So he's got the 1.5 seconds too he's had to burn before Bruxelles, so that's basically put him out of touch with the 2 leaders. Pardon the pun.
About 3 seconds behind there now. Hopefully at the next pit stop he gets a good big cup of Milo into him for the remainder. Yeah.
Well, the next pit stop should be at the end of this lap, being the 20th lap. The tyres are looking well worn. It's Jonesy will be in for sure. He's flashing. The top 3
Jonesy just, sorry, Untouchable's just started to flash just as we were speaking, but yeah. So, Viking, you're saying that the top three?
Yep. Viking, well, we've got Flossie looking all the way around Chocolate. These guys are going to be in. They're coming down to the bus stop now. And
Touchy's done well. He's reduced that gap down to with 2.5 seconds. So he may have, yes, and he's got more fuel. So he's going to save a second in fuel here, guys. So he's going to rejoin the party, I think. Everyone's in now.
They're all diving in. Either
ZD's in. Spencer's in. Mid's in. Suit Lad coming along through Blanchimont into the bus stop. I'm pretty sure he'll come in too. And then we'll
Suit
have
Lad.
And Suit Lad stays out.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Suit Lad's been in. He's been in earlier, but he's got 3/4 of a tank of fuel. And Das is also out just under half a tank there.
Yeah, so those two usual suspects there, being two cars that are good on fuel, are on different strategies. But tellingly, the top three come out ahead of Das Patron and Suit Lad.
Yeah, Suit Lad last pitted on lap 18, what was that?
So the top three are a little bit spread out here because they are obviously on different fuel numbers, so they had differing refueling times. Let's see if they form up again or not.
Was it Touchy had the extra fuel, or was it Untouchables had the extra fuel?
Touchy had the most, but Cloakade had the least, only by 3 litres or so though. But
Touchy's out on mediums for this stint. There's both Chocolate
okay.
and Flossie are both on soft, so Touchy's made the call. He's
just going to have to give away that train then, I think.
Here comes Suit Lad's starting to sneak his way onto the back of Touchy.
Maybe there could be an alliance here for a little bit that might help both drivers. Or maybe not.
And 5th, 6th and 7th have all got together.
Thanks. Dale just reminded me that Flossie wasn't in the lead when they pitted. Cloakade was. So Flossie, who had the better fuel number, reaped the rewards and has inherited the lead, or managed to take over the lead in the pits.
And pulled a bit of a gap there so far, over a second gap there, so...
Yeah, it makes sense because Cloakade did lead for nearly all of that stint, so he did the heavy lifting there in that second stint.
Yeah, that's for sure. It'd be interesting to see if Flossie's able to perhaps stretch it out and Cloakade will lose out on that slip, which I think would be nearly already happening.
Yeah, that could be a good tactic. He might try to check out here. After just taking Cloakade for all he was worth in the second stint, he would like nothing better than to rip him off now in the third stint, so to speak.
Yes.
I mean, if you're 1.2 seconds ahead, you're not giving any assistance whatsoever to that car behind you. So Cloakade's effectively out on his own again, unfortunately. But long way to go. We're only just over halfway through the race.
Jonesy's just moved into 6th place past Das, so he's working his way back up to Hippo. ZD, Spence, Madrisky, broken spoke. So that's the midfield to the tail. Flossie is 1.5 out. He does seem to be pushing hard. Touchy's still got the fastest lap with the 17.2.
Touchies is he sort of lost out a little bit there from the previous train that we had. Just as we were watching Untouchables and Suitlad battling out there a little bit. Looks like Suitlad might be trying to make a move. It'll be interesting to see if there's a change of position here coming up. He's all over him like a rash.
Touchy's covering it.
What would Larry Smythe do, mate? Now with Touchy being on the mediums, should he let the Porsche pass and then enjoy his slip?
Larry Smythe Davies, I think would. I'm not sure, but yes, hello. This is Larry Smythe Davies.
Oh, g'day, Larry.
Hello.
How you going, mate?
Going?
Thanks for joining us, mate.
Thank you.
We're honoured to have you on stream at Wheel to Wheel.
My pleasure. As you know, British Touring Car Champion here. Just thought I'd come along and lend a bit of my knowledge and voice to this beautiful stream that we have before us here today. Quite an amazing race. I've been watching it live on the YouTube beforehand. Amazing performances so far. Some really great work out there today on what is an unbelievably long, grueling race with many more laps to go.
What do you think of that move that Suitlad just made on Touchy? Was that something that you would have done in your heyday?
Oh, for sure. There comes a time when you just you can't be behind anymore, and you've got to push ahead, and that's exactly what Suitlad's done there. So, from what we were looking at before in the race, that train of three, well, it looks like the caboose of that train has been a change. So Suitlad's now pushing his way through, hoping to get on the back of Cloquet there. So it shall be interesting. Many more laps to go, and the fat lady has not sung yet. So it shall be interesting.
Nice of you to join us there, Sir Viking. Have you got any questions for the world famous driver?
Questions, the tyre strategies these guys are running, is this the type of thing that you actually do, the tactic you'd use in British touring cars?
Well, it all depends on the weather, really. That's probably the biggest difference. Not so much dry running in the land of the drizzle. So, a lot more selection between wets and, not so much on softs. So not really comparable, but
It sounds like you've got a bit of an Australian twang to your accent there, mate. Do you have an Australian wife by any chance, or maybe?
No, I spent a bit of time in Gosford.
Oh, right, that explains it. That explains.
I've got a Greek family in Gosford that I visit a lot, and sometimes that comes out. It's a bit of a mixture.
That's fine. I hope you didn't get mugged by a bunch of teenagers or anything.
Cloquet's tapping Flossie down the straight.
Oh, there you go. Some teamwork.
Yeah.
The front two might be saying to each other, "Here, let's make hay while the sun shines here." And
Cloquet's snuck back up. Flossie had a 1.2 second lead over him, and he's crawled his way back onto the rear bumper to be tapping him down that straight. So
what do you reckon, Smythe Davies? Who's looking the goods at the moment out of these two?
From what I can see so far, I really think that Cloquet, and I must say, Viking, I'm not sure if it's your New Zealand accent, but it's not chocolate, it's Cloquet. But I just thought I'd point that out. But Cloquet, he was looking outstanding at the start of the race. So I think he'd be happy to be sitting behind Flossie at the moment, and save a bit of fuel in that fuel-hungry beast that he's in. So, yeah, he's the one I'm looking out for. And as we all know, red goes faster. But
I tend to agree with you there, Smart Davies. And there was a hint of a Liverpool accent there for 1 second before it switched back to Gosford.
I spent some time in Liverpool as well. I've been all over the place, really quite
Familiar with the Liverpool kiss, are we?
Yes, and give a few out in my day.
You've given a few out, I'm sure you have.
Yeah, Damon Hill got in my way once. I wasn't happy with that, so yeah, I had to let him know.
As you do.
Who was the king? Who was the reigning champ? Yeah.
What do you reckon we should coin a new phrase, the Hamilton kiss? You reckon there's a Hamilton kiss there somewhere? Oh, there's been a few of those lately, hasn't there?
Oh, there's only one thing that Hamilton I think should be kissing. Yeah, and that's a few fists to the face.
Okay.
Not a turn of Hamilton.
Very Australian terminology there. But
oh, well, a bit of biffo, would you like? A bit of biffo? Yeah, just not a very sportsman-like chap, Mr. Hamilton.
Fair enough.
Not so sure about him.
He's a very polarising character in the world of motor racing, that's for sure.
Speaking of polarising, I think that's where he should go, to the north or the south. And leave him there.
Well, thanks for joining us, Smart Davies. Well, it's been a pleasure having you talk to us, and hopefully Fang will be back with us shortly.
Yeah, thanks very much for having us. Thank you, Viking, and thank you, Ando. It's been great. Look forward to watching the rest of it live on YouTube here.
It's the battle down in 8th and 9th. Well, 7th, 8th and 9th has been going on for about a lap now.
The Jags have been joined by a Beamer.
They have been.
He's on a different strategy, so they're probably all just trying to make their way through him, I would say.
Have a look and see how much gas size. He's got an eighth of a tank left, Das, in the BMW, and his tyres are not quite half used.
Spence and Ziti are going at it here.
Yep. Spence has used just a little bit more fuel than Ziti, and I see it's personal best around here for Ziti this time through. So that was section 2. He's up.
Shout out to Dale and Oily here, they're watching the stream.
Approaching the bus stop.
Dale wants to know who's the next guest commentator. Oily reckons it might be Sir Viking, but I'm not so sure about that.
Sir Viking. The English.
The Queen's English.
Sir Viking. Yeah, it's Queen's English. I'm not very proficient at that myself.
We might have that famous South African driver, Hans Gruber.
Yeah, Hans.
Jumping in, baby.
Yes, we would look forward to that.
He doesn't know whether he's South African or Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, and Spencer's picked up a pen. Pulls off on the Kemmel Straight. That's going to hurt him. Half a second penalty there through Eau Rouge, and he's lost touch with Ziti. And he's now under imminent attack from Mid-Risky's teammate, who elects not.
It's such a long race. It's a bit of a witching hour now, isn't it? It's been a long time behind the wheel.
Yeah, these little mistakes now that creep in can be very penalising, but Mid-Risky elects not to take his teammate out into Les Combes. Very unlike the Sunday occasion.
Das's fuel lights flashing. He'll be in into lap 26, so this is his second stop.
Yeah, and that'll be his last one. So he's only 33 seconds off the lead. Hang on a second, folks. He's not that far off the lead, and this is going to be his last stop. Are we seeing a master stroke hear people. I'm actually perplexed. What do you reckon, guys?
Well, if it's a 45-second pit stop,
What do you reckon, guys, out there in YouTube world? Are we looking at the winner right now? Like, has this guy pulled off a master stroke of strategy or what?
he's been very consistent.
He has. He's had clear air. He hasn't made a mistake. I haven't seen him have an off yet. And he's got 13 laps to do, which is not too bad. We've already seen him do a bigger stint than that, have we not? We've already seen him do a 13-lap stint. So yeah, this is going to be a cat amongst the proverbial pigeons, I believe.
So Hippo's in also.
So will Daz be going to mediums now? He's had 2 runs on the softs.
Yeah, well, that'll be...
Daz ran, mediums at the start.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to, but that might be the wiser move, you know, because 13 laps on soft surely is pushing the friendship, surely.
Yeah.
So, you know, that will be interesting to see, but the main thing is, you know, the pit stop window and the fact that he's, you know, gaining a good 33 seconds by having one less pit stop, that might bring him right into it here. As we see the front 2 runners out there comfortably circulating quite efficiently.
That'll be in soon. This lap, you'd imagine.
Sutleb's in 3rd. He's somewhat out of position here, folks, because he's going to have to pit now and also run long.
Yeah, he's going to be in.
He had a short stint for the last one, 6 laps in. He pitted at 12, 9, 12 and 18, so...
Yeah, interesting to do really short stints, then some really long stints, who knows. Actually, what am I saying? He's on the 4 stopper, isn't he? So he's got 2 more stops to go, I believe. After this, I think he's got 1 more stop to do.
So Jones is now on 4th with the clear air, 11-12 seconds to the car behind him and 4 to the untouchies in front.
Spence. Good consistency there, Mr. Jones. So, yeah, you never know, could make his way up to the podium.
Yeah, he's 18 seconds away. Yeah, he has not had the benefit of that train effect that the first 3 have had, but he's only 4 seconds off 3rd place, so anything could happen here. Jim Henry Smith reckons that he will be over a minute down after the stop. I think they're talking about Sutlad there. Sutlad's got 2 more stops according to Dale. Good to have you with us, guys, on the stream. Could be some intel being gathered by some Div 1 races here on the 7:30 race.
He's got Petruski coming up onto his tail.
Oh, he's in a Milo sandwich. We've seen a few of those this season. And mid looks racy too.
So a group of Jaguars is Pride, isn't it?
Good
Possibly,
question.
I don't know. Yeah. How about we put it out there to the audience there on YouTube? What's the collective noun for Jaguars? Renegade's on board with us. Good to see you, Renegade. He's a Damn Racing member, so he'll be cheering for Zudi. the
got the
collective
answer
noun
here.
for jaguars. I don't know, but there is whatever it's called. There's a gaggle of jags.
A gaggle.
Gaggle.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been a pride, but it is not.
Well, you have a pride of lions. Yeah, so what's... Oh, as Zeddy gets Taylor out of the bus stop. Mid-Risky's on his bumper coming into La Source. Not quite enough there.
You'd think Mid would be looking to try to get around Zeddy pretty quick here so we could join some Milo on Milo action.
Yes, some Milo on Milo action. We haven't seen any of that this week.
No.
They've managed to stay out of each other's way. Oh, what a nice run he's got there. Mid's got a great run on Zeddy. Goes round the outside. Nicely done there. Oh, and Zeddy puts him in the grass. Oh, that's... Oh, no, that was the glitching. So, thank goodness for that. I thought Zeddy might have bumped him wide there at the end of Kemmel Straight, but that's just glitching. Calm down, Ando. It's all good.
Zeddy's out
more
wide.
Glitching. Or is that Zeddy right? Was that actual?
That was actual.
He's got a drift in there.
Yeah, he's getting out of... Oh, he's getting out of shape, isn't he?
Come on.
Let's go back to a replay there. Zeddy at the run down into Bruxelles. He's looking to have a dive and... way too ambitious. Out on the marbles, runs deep into Bruxelles and gives the spot back to Mid. And now with dirty tyres into No Name, he gets a little bit sideways onto the curb and the AstroTurf and costs himself even more time. Yeah, the old red mist has to be kept under control, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's for sure. I think the red mist grows in the witching hour as well.
Indeed. So he's, after all of that, 2.6 seconds adrift of Mid-Risky. So
looking back at the front here with Cloquet and Flossie. Cloquet's right on his tail here, been enjoying the slipstream. Not a lot of difference in fuel and tyres. Flossie maybe has slightly better tyres, and Cloquet's got slightly better fuel. So, but they are doing some bump drafting to extend that gap. Yeah, 14 seconds, only 15 seconds now back to third with Untouchables. So working well together at the end here.
Yeah, they're going to need it though, because they're going to be in on this lap, and they're going to have to do a stint on mediums, the both of them. So Touchy's not out of it just yet. But it looks like it's going to be a ding-dong battle for the three podium spots.
They could be out there for one more lap. I'll go off the amount of fuel they've got.
This is Baron. Lap 30 or 39. Flossie, Croquet's got more. Touchy's got to be in this lap. He'll be off the mediums and onto the softs.
Yeah, so the two front runners also, I believe, will be pitting this lap. Is that correct? And they'll have to go onto mediums.
Yeah, but look at that.
Yeah. They've
So
both got
Touchy's
just a bit more fuel.
So Touchy's going to have a 9-lap stint on softs. He's going to be able to go hard at it.
Yeah, that's true.
For 9 laps on softs.
He'll definitely be in this lap.
He may well come back at these two.
Yeah, I'd say they'll all be in. They're all flashing. So
15 seconds. That's a lot to make up. 9 laps. I think the mediums were a good, maybe a full second a lap slower. So I think these two are pretty safe. They've both got 8 litres of fuel left each. Let's see what Touchy comes in with. He's 15 seconds behind as he pulls in with 4 litres. So he's got a bit more fuel to put in, but he's going to put on those softs. He's going to be loving life in the last stint.
Well, I'm just watching Daz to wonder where he's going to go past. What
Yeah,
position he'll end up in.
he's in P11 right now.
Yeah.
Where is
So-
he? He's way back though. He's coming
Yeah,
through onto the third sector now.
Says he's a minute behind, now 34 seconds behind Street Lad. He's in first, so
That does have to pit again.
and
So-
Daz does not. By the look of that fuel burn he's got, is yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yep, and Flossie and Cloquet have just been joined at the front by Suitlat. But he does have to pit again, I believe. But Flossie's interestingly got a 1 second gap on Cloquet somehow in that pit stop. Has he underfueled? Has he underfueled in order to get out of slip?
He's definitely taken on less fuel than Cloquet.
Cloquet.
They're both
So-
on mediums.
Okay, so Flossie's taken a punt here. He's decided to become the hare in this hare and tortoise race, and he's going to try and break free.
Well, we're coming down to the end of the race, and if any sprinting is going to happen, it's all turned into a sprint race now. We know one thing for sure: there'll be no safety cars.
We've got some questions coming in. Has Tate parked it? We think he did
Yeah.
earlier in the race. He's sitting in the pits as far as we know.
Either that, or there's been a issue with his pit crew. They've been on strike because nothing's happening there.
Well, yeah, I did hear through the grapevine that, like, if there was no vaccine, no work, and it looks like these guys haven't had their vaccine.
Oh well, that could be it. Gosh, COVID strikes again.
And the collective noun for Jaguars, thank you Renegade, is a prowl of Jaguars. There you go.
Nice Googling. What is a collective noun for cats?
I wouldn't know, mate.
There you
As
go,
in
right?
domestic cats.
Yeah.
Who knows? As we see, Cloquet's back up into slipstream from Flossie. That's interesting. That choice to underfuel might end up costing old Flossie here.
Here's 7 laps to go.
What do you reckon, YouTube world? Do you reckon he's made the right choice? Let us know in the chat.
And Cloquet's happy to sit behind. And not that he probably could have got the moves done there, but yeah, I'd say sit behind until the last couple of laps. Come out swinging like Rocky Balboa.
So Touchies would still be in third when the Suit Lad and Hippo Buddy pit. So I don't think they'll get to the end on what they've got left. Jonesy's 2 seconds, 3 seconds off the back of Touchies. Spencer's a further 12 seconds back from Jonesy. Didi down in 10th. Got Das on his tail, but
So yeah, looking at that, Daz is it can't work.
Well, he's finished stopping. Has Zedi done his last stop? I think everyone has, haven't they?
Yeah. Zedi's done his last stop. Zedi's on mediums. Yeah. Daz is on slightly warm softs.
Yeah, but he had to try something. I mean, my hat's off to him, to Das, in that car.
That's for sure.
He's had a go. Good on him for having a go.
So first and second, are fighting very hard now. Looks like Chocolate is going to be slipstreaming for the pass down here.
I'd imagine Cloquet would, bide his time a little bit here.
Well, I wonder if he knows that Suit Lad's on a different strategy and he's effectively not a threat. You know, Cloquet might be thinking, I've got to get around him here. No, he bumps him. He's a smart dude, that Cloquet. He knows what he's doing. He knows that Suit Lad's not a threat. He knows all he has to do is sit here till about lap 37, 38. Save his fuel. He probably knows that Flossie's under fuel too because of the time gap when they came out. So he's probably taking all that into consideration right now, and he can probably feel from the body language of the car in front that he's fuel saving pretty heavily. So he's just going to sit there like a cat ready to pounce.
Yeah. Was that part of the pre-race coaching there, Ando? Was that part of the strategy?
Oh, look, definitely we have been talking amongst ourselves about how to approach this race, so I don't want to give away anything just yet because I do know I have my Div 2 rival following us. G'day, Dale. But
Yes,
definitely there was some team talk throughout the week on how to approach this race, most definitely.
Yes, and I think, Ando, you're in first place in Division 2, just 43 points ahead of Dale, aren't you?
Yeah, only just, mate, only just. It basically comes down to, out of the two of us, whoever wins will take out Div 2. As we have a look at the scoreboards there. Oh no, they've just decided not to refresh for me. But yeah, we're close enough in points that whoever wins out of the two of us will probably take out Div 2. So
yeah, well, that will be Dale. Dale will be winning. I'm certain about that. He's in Damn Racing, and those guys in Damn Racing are damn good guys. I can see him taking that.
Okay, well, it was nice having you on board with us for comms tonight, Viking. Yeah, we'll see you all next season, mate. No, he's been damn fast, pardon the pun, all week in practice in that Ferrari. He's definitely mastered that thing. As we see Cloquet go out for the move early on lap 34, Suit Lad wants to join the party too. A little tap from Euthrosolic into Lacom. And Cloquet holds onto it through the inside. Wow, Suit Lad's really wanting to join this party, isn't he? And he does inherit second place, which is perfect for Cloquet.
It just ran wide and now back to
okay. So it's, but Flossie's gotten a bit squirrely out of Bruxelles and through No Name. Oh, he gives the position back too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Choppy, change.
Yeah, dramas. Because effectively Suit Lad was not in the race. We're assuming Suit Lad has to pit again. Does he not?
Oh, I'm questioning
34.
my...
But anyway, a quarter of a tank, 5 laps to go. I think he'd have to.
Yeah, so they've released Cloquet after all of that. So, yeah, interesting little exchange there from the boys.
Yep.
So with an extra pit stop, if Suit Lad does have to pit, which I dare say he will have to.
Yeah, he's not going to make it on quarter of a tank.
No, so that will.
So Cloquet, tell me, boys, has he got the most fuel right now? As we see Flossie run wide through Blanchimond, doesn't get a penalty.
Yes, Cloquet.
Got the most fuel.
Where you go, Fang? Fang?
So he's a little bit over half a tank, where Flossie's about right on half a tank. So, yeah. Just looking at some of the others, Hippo's coming into the pits as we speak. Untouchables has got plenty, so Untouchies up in the third.
Yeah, he's fourth on track at the moment, but Suit Lad's surely going to have to pit. So we're looking at third place now for the Milo boys. Good effort. Now Flossie's getting racy with Suit Lad. He's flashing him too, just to let him know that he's not happy about something. He might be saying, mate, you're not in this battle for the race win. What the hell are you doing here? Obviously, as Zeddy and Dragon will tell you folks, he's well within his rights to defend his position. He seems to be pretty much on pace with Flossie too, so he does not have to compromise his race strategy by any means in order to let Flossie by, even though he's not really in contention. Not my problem, as one would say.
Here. Cloacade's getting away.
That's the thing.
That's the thing, yeah.
Yep, this whole time, Cloacade's checking out.
And Flossie would have been keen to be up there and getting that slip, but yeah, he's got a little Porsche in between him and Cloacade.
Long way to go yet. I dare say Suit Lad may pull aside into the pits, maybe this lap or next lap?
I'd say he'll do one lap at the end on mediums if he hasn't already been on them. But yeah, it's...
well, it's a fuel thing, isn't it? He's not going to make it on fuel.
No.
He's not. So this will be his last lap. He's got to come in at the end of
next
this
lap. Yeah, but unfortunately he's elected to stay out, which is just making life hard for Flossie. So, mind you, Flossie's enjoying the fuel saving here, so it's only under 2 seconds to the lead for Flossie here. So this might actually work in his favour, the fact that he's saving fuel. As indeed he gets a run on the Porsche down the Kemmel Straight. Oh, he does choose to go by. Just manages to get the overtake done. He's trying to clear the Porsche and save fuel at the same time. That's not an easy task. Does it well. Descends down into Bruxelles now, and it's only let's look at it. He's 1.5 seconds off the lead, so it's not over yet, folks.
That's going to come down to the wire, that's for sure.
And actually, the lead is the closest positions throughout the field. So, first and second being 1.5. We've got 4 laps to go.
It's been that way the whole race, hasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Suit Lad still following up the mirrors of Flossie's car.
He's sticking with him. Yeah. He's letting him know.
He's... Yep. His fuel light is flashing. He's got to dive this time.
Yeah, unfortunately his strategy hasn't panned out tonight.
Two legs right on the tail of Flossie there. And yeah, Suit Lad will definitely be in now. A good run.
Oh,
it was good while it lasted.
It up.
Now, the two leaders, 1.8 seconds the gap as they start the 37th lap of this long race. Flossie's got his sights set now on Cloacaide. It's already down to 1.6.
Flossie's got the better tyres. Cloacaide's got the better fuel. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. Touchy's way up by himself in third place now. the field is getting well spread. Jonesy in 4th, out by himself. Benson 5th, out by himself. Madruski in 6th, out by himself.
Very
Sudlad
evenly
comes out in
spaced.
7th. Yeah, there's Sudlad back out in 7th with Hippo. And then there's another close battle. 30.4 of a second behind Hippo. So 8th and 9th are close together. Das in 10th. And he's 8 seconds off the back of Zedi.
Yeah, Zedi just picked up a penalty.
Zedi, yeah.
Unfortunate there.
I guess we're going to have to go back up to the front and
Yeah, back up to the
follow
front.
it.
And, yep.
Making inroads. Flossie, 1.5. He's just chipping away at that gap. Apologies to the mid-pack and lower-pack runners, but there's been a lot going on at the front of this race tonight. So we've had to sort of concentrate on that. And yeah, this will be down to the battle of the Corvette versus the Lexus at Spa.
Touchy and the Jaguar still got the fastest lap, which was set very early on in the race, a 2:17.248, and no one's taken that away from him for 30 laps almost, I would imagine.
Yeah,
I can't remember what you.
Hippo was close on lap 36. He had a 2:17.451. Just as I say, he's now on purple as well. So he's earning a bit of fuel now, Hippo. So he may give that fastest lap a shake.
I think Flossie's just had a look at his trip computer and he's realised that he might be in strife here, and he's had to back off a bit. The gap to Cloak's out to 2.4 seconds now. Cloak's maybe looked at his trip computer and said, hang on, I can put the foot down here.
He's carrying less fuel than Flossie.
Oh, he's got less, has he now?
He does, yeah. It's been a bit of a change around now. Cloquet's now got less fuel and more tyre wear.
Well, there you go. Cloquet's maybe... Well, Flossie maybe made a little mistake there into the bus stop or something. Because it's a good 2.5 seconds now, 2.4 seconds, as Cloquet tips it into Puon nicely there.
I've seen the Lexus getting a bit taily out of some of the corners. So on the mediums, he's spinning it up.
Yeah, right. The tyre wear might be telling now. I did see Flossie really working those tyres when he was battling with Suitlad. So
yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, he was getting sideways a couple of times, I remember.
Yes.
And if the Corvette does nothing else, it does get the power down well. It does get its power down well out of the slow corners.
It's certainly been a solid run from this couple up the front here.
Yeah, these guys have not put a foot wrong. They've managed to stay within.
In 7th, he looks like he's working hard trying to catch up to Madruski.
Sorry guys, just had a little glitch there. Lost you guys, but but these guys at the front have really not put a foot wrong all night. They've done a great job, managed to stay within 3 seconds of each other throughout a 90-minute race. That's pretty amazing.
As we've seen now on the final lap.
2.8 second lead. He's just going to maintain it. What would you do sitting in that situation there, Fang?
Yeah, just try to keep it together really, not put the foot out and just hold on. The fuel light's flashing, but I'm sure he's going to have to bring it around safely, but Yeah. They both got flashing fuel lights, so no real difference there. But yeah, just try to keep it all together. Don't spin. Spins can be quite costly. So as these medium tyres wear out, it's just bring it on home. I think our positions are fairly well set now.
Yeah,
So-
this will be a minimum risk lap here for both drivers. For all
6th and
drivers, really.
7th with Suit Lad is looking to pass Madriski. He's up the inside, and he's got through.
He's done it.
So Suit Lad's moved up to 6th, the last lap.
They make a liar out of me. So there is a bit of racing going on still.
Yeah, a little bit down there. And Sippo, he's out by himself. Didi's cruising around at 9th and goes wide on the exit of the
No
last
name.
corner.
Yeah, it can end up being a lonely race for some,
Yep.
but
Skipping.
fortunately
Here
tonight,
they come across the finish line.
not for these
It's
guys at the
Jumbo.
front.
Yep.
Flash of the
Flash
lights.
of the lights.
Lights.
Yep. Well done.
He's done it.
Well done,
Flossie,
Cloakade.
yeah.
Well done,
Shake and bake,
Flossie.
baby.
That's it.
Yeah. Touchy for third. Well
Comes
done, mate.
Touchy. Yeah.
Yeah, well
Jonesy charging home for fourth.
done. Yeah, nice job, Jonesy. Well done, mate.
Yeah,
well
nice
done.
comeback from Jonesy.
Spence, well done.
Milo car. Here comes Suit Lad with the pass in the last lap.
Yep.
Push.
Good job, Suit Lad. Drisky in 7th. Hippo this in at 8th. As we see Zeddy now coming up to finish in 9th. Good run, Zeddy. Oh, he's
He
gonna-
celebrates too over the line in true ZD fashion. There you go, mate.
Yeah, nice job.
Das Patron on the two-stopper. He must have felt like a sitting duck most of the night.
Slides it around for 10th, and Broken Spoke coming in for 11th. Tough race being on the auto. but
Yeah, hard. Be hard for Broken Spoke.
Hard to save fuel, yeah.
Yep. But
Brings it on home for 11th, and that sort of rounds it out. We had the dropout earlier, News Frolic, I think that was, and yeah, Table finishing the pits. His pit crew still on strike, so we'll have to wait for a little bit for that to count down. Unless he, yeah, I'm not sure if Tate can exit the pits now, check a burnout or something, but.
No, I think he's on his private jet already, on his way to the next race.
Okay, yeah, had enough of that pit crew.
Absolutely.
Well,
So
What a race.
This will tick over until Tate goes across the start-finish line, won't it?
It probably will, yeah. So we might have to say good day now to everyone and end the stream because this could take a while. But yeah, great race, everyone. Quick shout out to our sponsors before we say goodbye. Next Level Racing, Bagnian Imports, Future, Melbourne Border Streetwear and Races. So thanks to everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ando. Thank you, Viking. That was awesome.
Yep.
Thank you, drivers.
It was it was a good race. That top three on you know, Touchy did make a mistake and got a penalty, which allowed both Flossie and Chocolate to get away, and he never really clawed that back. But what a battle for the lead all the way through the 39 laps.
No, it was a top race really to watch. Thinking it was going to be a long one, been an hour and a half watching it, but gosh, worth every minute of it. Awesome.
Absolutely.
And there we go, Cloakade, bringing it home for first. Well done, well done, well done.
Well done.
everyone.
Okay, yeah.
Who picked him?
Well done, okay.
Did somebody pick him to win? I can't remember.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think early on I could see Red was fast. He was looking good. So, and I think there was that that was early in the race. Finished in the top three
That's right.
positions on the podium.
Yeah,
So
it
done well.
didn't change, but yep, all good. But thanks for a great season, guys. Thanks to you guys in comms. It's
Thank
been
you.
great. We look forward to a bigger and better wheel-to-wheel next season.
Rock on.
Yeah, get your decal, your wheel-to-wheel decal made. I think it was a Suit Lad or Hammy put that out. No, it was Adam, wasn't it? Adam put it out, come up with a new logo for wheel-to-wheel.
New
For
logo.
the
Yep.
liveries on the cars.
If you got if you got any graphic design skills, please let us know on the new logo channel.
Cool.
Look forward to catching up with you all later. Have a good one.
All right, guys.
See ya.
Cheers.